Welcome to the African History Network show right here on 910 AM, the Superstation, the Future Radio. Hey, I'm your host, Brother Michael Imhotep. It is Thursday, May 27th, 2021, and we are live. Hope everybody's doing well today. Well, look, it's been a very, very busy day today, and we have a lot to talk about. We know that more coverage is taking place on dealing with the 100th commemoration of the Tulsa massacre, the Tulsa race massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma, May 31st and June 1st, 1921. We're going to talk some more about that on today's show. And there was a good article from NBC News. We talked about it a little bit on Wednesday's show. Tulsa's Greenwood district with Black Wall Street was prosperous after the 1921 race massacre. After the 1921 race massacre, then the highways came through. And a lot of people don't know this. I've talked about this before numerous times in the lecture that I do dealing with the history of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I deal with the fact that Black Wall Street was rebuilt after the race riot. Okay, we rebuilt Black Wall Street with our own dollars, and then the other African American towns in Tulsa, in Oklahoma, the other African American towns helped out as well. But we rebuilt Black Wall Street, and it was prosperous again. Just after a few years, it was prosperous again, even in like 1925, 1926. But then the expressways came through. And the expressways destroyed a lot of the businesses and homes and things like this. Okay, so this is we see this, taking place in Tulsa. All right, so we're gonna talk about that. There was a really good article from the NBC News that dealt with that, and the fact that we rebuilt the Greenwood district. We rebuilt Black Wall Street after the race massacre. Now, this does not mean that we should the African Americans who are there, the descendants and the three survivors. This does not mean that they should not get reparations. Yes, they should get reparations, and reparations should go to the entire African American community there in North Tulsa, because they all suffer one way or another from the devastation that took place there, and the wiping out of wealth, the wiping out of businesses and homes, etc. So they all suffer one way or another. Now, there's a lot of money being raised off the commemoration. And you have white people in control of a lot of these events and a lot of the money taking place. You have events that African Americans are putting on and controlling. But like the city of Tulsa, a lot of that stuff, a lot of those commemorations taking place, things like that, that's controlled by white people. Okay. And as Viola Fletcher, Mother Fletcher, who's 107 years old, when she testified Wednesday, May 19th, 2021, she talked about the fact that, the $30 million has been raised there by the city of Tulsa, whatever the name of that committee is. $30 million has been raised. None of the money has gone to any of the descendants of the Tulsa race massacre. All right. Now, they talked about this and Reed today, and we're going to share this segment because, and then also Roland Martin is on location in Tulsa, Oklahoma as well. And he on his show today, he was dealing a lot with that. He was interviewing people on the ground there in Tulsa, people African Americans who live in Tulsa, who are talking about how white people are coming in, making this money off of the pain and the death of African Americans. All right. I'll be on Roland Martin Unfiltered again on Friday, May 28th. I'm a panelist each Friday on Roland Martin Unfiltered. So I'm sure we're going to talk about this on Friday. But there was a good segment from the Readout with Joyanne Reed on MSNBC. dealing with remembering the Tulsa massacre 100 years later. And they talked about what's going on down there, how white people are making money off of the commemoration of the Tulsa race massacre. Now, there was also a good article from